So what I said at the end of the third video, welcome back to my extended series on far-seeing people. Today I'm going through just a little bit of a spicy topic, just a little bit, because I don't go into it in depth, but whenever I do these, they tend to be too long, and maybe I'm giving away too much information for free. But I will put this caveat, just because I am talking about this on my channel doesn't mean that I'm giving it to you for free so that you could then take it, capitalize it, pretend it's your discussion, and then repackage it and sell it as something that you said. Okay, so that kind of stuff, I will go after you. Some of us have certain skills, certain things that we can do to make you pay. Okay, so sorry to begin so negatively on video 4, but we really got to get back to the funny. So part of what I was talking about in video number 3 at the end, that holds true. Okay. And another part of it is also, well, I'll get back. Oh God, now I'm sounding as old as I am. Christians have to realize that you have a skill, okay, something that you can do, and that thing that you can do can be explored in a church. The reason why people who are adherents, meaning worshipers, believers, or whatever, they are afraid to explore their gifts outside of Christianity is because Christianity and the system that it is has demonized aspect of the human condition that it does not control. So you have people who are quite fearful of exploring and even acknowledging that they have gifts. Now, some people, you just have increased pattern recognition, right? It's just being neurodivergent, being basically awake and aware. I've never really understood, maybe it's because I'm Black in America. I got the Southern, like the Deep South education on being awake and aware. As a Black person, you get the conversation about and the education in being awake and aware because you may not survive in America. Okay? Because racism kills, even though racism is expensive for the minimally melanated people, racism kills Black people day in and day out. It doesn't matter how educated you are. We're in a time, though, that the hole that you dig, like you want to be racist, you vote for racist politicians, you plan on making a life and building a platform on and being a person who's racist, it's gonna cost you. Same way Christianity. I've already talked about this many times, and even in this series today, like in video maybe number 1, 2, can't remember now. It's gonna cost you something. You want to be racist, you want to be a Christian, it's gonna cost you something. You want to use your religion to harm others, it's gonna cost you something. Accountability is coming for that for Christians. They're all gonna jump ship. It's too late. They already know who you are. They can aggregate the data. It's too late. The trap is sprung and the door is shut, and you all think it's the end times. It's only the beginning of your suffering. They can discriminate against you now for being Christian. I mean, you are anti-Semitic if you espouse to end time prophecies. Did you forward on one of those end time memes? Did you make a comment saying that Jesus is coming soon and we believe all that red heifer end times, put all the Jews in one area and then they'll be on yeah, that stuff, that anti-Semitic nonsense. Anyway, so, but let me get back because I don't have time for like other videos and I haven't eaten. Anyway. I didn't want to say anything negative about myself. It's like what am I down? 40 plus pounds down, still, whatever. That's not the point of this conversation. So the reason Christian prophets could be if they could begin to deconstruct, okay, and they could think critically, they have to. So part of what a far-seeing person, I'll give you just enough, right? I need to put this needs to be in a book, teaching series. Part of what a far-seeing person needs, whether, I don't care if you're an astrologer, card slinger, whatever, you touch a crystal and you get images like me. I have that gift. It's like Nostradamus had it too. Water holds memory, and I have, that's too much of a conversation, but I have access to stuff because of it. But again, as I told you in just this series, like I have a library card, my skill. I use the metaphor of library card, but I have an inbuilt library card, and that library card has certain blocks and bumpers on it to where I can't access certain information that exists because I'm not allowed. It's weird, but far-seeing people talk about this stuff. It's like some of us, we already know that we've been given a certain measure of a capacity to do something, and it's for very specific things. And when we try to go outside of that, which is like me, I won't sell my soul. I won't sell my spark, my energy, the thing that allows me to be outside of this, this clay body, this body made of clay, my clay vessel. Won't sell my soul, won't sell my spark, because there is a point of moving on from this shell, that I'd prefer not to end up where certain people have to end up because they've I can't say that word on TikTok. They've sold themselves for money. Anyway, so let's see if I can get this done. So if Christians would just, first, one, become critically thinking people. Two, you need to take all the dogma, the cult logic, the lies, the fear, and it's a combination of things that I've gone through on my channel. It's a fear of not being rewarded, but two, being a very transactional person. You're born and bred into this under capitalism and the empire. They want to be blessed. They want the ticket to eternity. So they're willing to yield to the fear. They had to get rid of the fear. And they've got to ameliorate and focus solely on the amelioration of their character. It doesn't matter what religion you come from, what foundation of being, belief system you come from. Amelioration of the character is key, because once you begin to think critically and you begin to understand human suffering and the part that you play in it, if you want to be a more clear-sighted, far-seeing person, and who's gonna be far-sighted without engaging in selling themselves in order to get more sight. If you want to do it the organic way, you gotta fix your character. You gotta understand human suffering. Like, what are you doing to create other people's suffering? Did you just vote to make other people suffer so that you don't suffer? You then begin to blind yourself and deafen yourself, and to inhibit your ability to perceive reality. And when you can perceive reality, and it looks like I got to go to video 5. I promise you guys, this series is going to end at some point. This portion of the series, as it is extended. But when you blind yourself to reality like that, that's why you can't, well, one, if you're not lying, like Prophets for Profit, if you're genuinely trying to be far-seeing in the Christian context, the reason why your stuff is so jacked up is because you're not a critical thinker. You exist in and function out of fear. And let me go to video 5.